Hello everyone, surprise. Currently I have been going through, let's just say, a lot of health issues, so it has impacted my work and just life in general. So I'm going to share my update. So I'm going to show you guys something, as you can see, and no, this is not a waist trainer. Okay, I'm not trying to get snatched. I'm a chunky girl, I love to eat, so don't worry. But this is my back brace. Can everyone see it? Okay, so I'm wearing my back brace. Okay, sorry, my boobs are big, so I'm not trying to take up the camera. What's the tea? Do you have your cup? Halloween is coming. Isn't this the cutest? I love cute stuff. I love pumpkins. Okay, family, it's been real. It's been real. If you have been watching my post, you probably know this already, but I have been having health issues for some time. I've had 3 major surgeries. 2 of them are on my hip. The other one is a personal surgery, so I don't really talk about that publicly, but I think I will eventually, but I'm just not ready right now. And now I may have to have a back surgery. Now, I don't want anyone to worry. Let me explain. Mama ESL accompanied me to my neurology appointment. And let me just say shout out to each and every person who assisted me, who talked with me, who went over all of my paperwork of my health history. They were so professional and so wonderful. I'm so grateful, because when I tell you, the struggle has been real. It has not been easy, friends. I'm having issues with my lower back, my abdomen, and my hips, okay? I have been going to physical therapy since February. One of the exercises I did in August, I think might have caused some type of problem, because my lower back really is giving me a headache. This is why I'm wearing a back brace. And as a result of that, it's hard for me to sit for long periods of time, stand up for long periods of time, bending, going to the bathroom. When I tell you it affects the whole lower area of my body, you know what I mean, okay? So I went to neurology. They went through all of my documents. They gave me a lot of tests, okay, to check my nerves and make sure everything is okay. They took my blood pressure. Unfortunately, it was high because I had been feeling stressed out. They gave me an allergy test, and I was shocked because my whole arm had all these like bumps on both arms. And I said, oh my goodness, what am I reacting to? So I won't know this information until the 2nd week of October, okay? What's going to happen is this. I will be seeing the neurologist the 3rd week of October. At that time, she will be able to look at all of my results, look at all of my information, the ones they have on file. She'll look at my CDs, everything. And then she will either prescribe me to either go back to physical therapy, or maybe there's some medication I have to take to kind of help in this, or I may need a surgery. And surgery is one of those things where, how do I explain? It's not always definite. That's what I'm trying to say, because everyone's body is different. So maybe I might need surgery, I may not, I don't know. But from my condition and what they're seeing and seeing all these years of me having this problem, it does look more possible than not possible. But if I need surgery, I will let you know. I will keep everyone updated. With all of my surgeries, I kept everyone updated. So do not worry about that. I will keep you updated. I have to say this, and I'm so sorry. I don't mean this to offend anyone, but there are some people who should not be in the healthcare profession. Yes, I'm going to say it. Just like I feel there are some people who shouldn't be in the teaching profession. If you lack empathy, and if you are not willing to listen to your students or listen to your patients, take the time to show care and to ask the questions and listen to your patients. This is not the profession for you. And oftentimes, from the times of my hip surgery from back in 2012, you know, going from doctor to doctor and, you know, expressing what's been going on with me, you know, I've gotten a lot of criticism. I've gotten a lot of prejudice. Let me just say, for my plussies, okay, if you're not fit and trim, we tend to be discriminated against harsher, because people look at us and say, well, you're fat and you are the reason why this is happening to you. And what people may not be aware of is that weight does play a part in a lot of things, of course. But a lot of times it's not always the weight that causes the problems that you have. And this is something I try my best to explain to everyone, including doctors, unfortunately. And so when I go to the MRIs and I get the CAT scans and I have the x-rays, and they say, oh, this is hereditary, or oh, this is the reason why you're going through this. It's not weight. And I know that sounds kind of crazy to believe, but I'm being honest. I have no reason to lie. So what I do, actually, let me show you what I'm talking about. So anyone who has experienced prejudice, disrespect, just not good experiences with doctors, let me just tell you what I do to help me to deal with the stress. Because again, if you're physically not well, it's going to affect your mental, right? So here is my folder. I'm just going to do a quick, of all of my medical documents, my CDs, this is from my hip surgery, so I actually go into all of my appointments with my disc, with my paperwork, with everything, because I am so tired of, not all doctors, but the doctors I've come across, or the specialists, criticize or jump to conclusions or assume, that I don't know what I'm talking about, or I'm just making this up. So I always come prepared. So my best advice to anyone who is going through a health issue or health crisis, and you feel like you're not being heard, always come with a folder, come with your documents, because here's what's going to happen. You'll go from to like, you have your scans? Yes. When did you have your surgery? Such and such. Oh, okay. And what's the name of your surgery? Oh, okay. And who's your... Here's a trick that I've learned, and I'm going to share with all of you. So let me just make sure, especially for my ESL family members. I'm going to talk today because this is real life. And if you know Teacher Dora, you know I teach all things life skills. Because I did not know this. And sometimes some of these so-called specialists or doctors will make you feel stupid. PCP, primary care provider. A lot of us don't go around saying my PCP. We say my doctor. Yes? So sometimes when you're dealing with these not very nice doctors or healthcare professionals, they will be a little snarky, which means snotty attitude. And they'll say, so who's your PCP? And if you don't know what that means, this is you. What is PCP, right? So be careful. Sometimes people are just prejudiced just because. It's not even you personally, it's just the way they are. And they will say certain terms or terminology, certain acronyms like PCP, right? Which you don't have to do all that. You can just be simple with and say, who's your doctor? What's your doctor's name? Did your doctor refer you to see us? Blah, 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 right? For me, because of the experiences I've had, it's a form of trauma for me, because a lot of nurses or some professionals have treated me as if I'm the biggest person on the planet and that I don't deserve good care because I'm fat and I'm useless, and so it is what it is, right? So because of this, I memorize all of my doctors' names, the dates I had my surgeries, the hospitals that I've been to. I've been to several hospitals, just in case I get that one snarky person. And when they come at me, I can just say, Dr. So-and-so at hospital such and such. This is the date, this is the time, this is the surgery I had, blah, 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 blah. What's your diagnosis? My diagnosis is, this just means what is your problem? What is the problem you have, right? What's the name of your medication? This is another one you need to be aware of. Some of these medications, can I be honest, are not easy to pronounce. This is not an ESL thing, this is just a thing. So for my native speakers, same thing. So let me give you an example. One of the medications I take is called gabapentin, and I never heard of this medication, but it's really good for pain. So that's what I take, right? So sometimes, again, here go those attitude doctors. Oh, so what's your MG? Milligrams, So don't feel ashamed if this is your first time seeing all this, or you're not sure what I'm talking about. Please don't feel bad. Please don't feel bad. Please don't feel bad. And I'm going to tell you why. Because you're not a doctor. If you never worked in healthcare, if you did not go to school for this, you're not supposed to know. So that's where I come in. Okay. So that's really the update. How has it affected my mental health? Oh my goodness. That has been a huge challenge, honest to God. Okay. So for those of you who may not be aware, I have depression. Okay. And depression is one of those things that a lot of people don't like to talk about. It's like, shh, because for years, if you said you had depression, it was considered bad. Nobody wants to talk about it. But I guess I'm a little different in that, where I feel it is important to talk about. Mental health is important to talk about because a lot of us do experience things in life that causes us to feel depressed, to feel anxious, those of us who have anxiety, and other diagnoses, right? So there's no shame in that. And I'm just going to always say it. Okay, there's no shame in that. I've had depression since junior high school. I was recently diagnosed with post-traumatic stress disorder, better known as PTSD. And now I may have to add anxiety to that because I have been feeling a bit anxious. So your girl here has been going through it. Can I be honest? I've been going through it. Why am I sharing all this with you? Well, for starters, as I've always said, on all of my social media, past and present. I've been on social media, oh my goodness, for a very long time. And one thing I will never do, ladies and gentlemen, is to be fake. If you want fake, you won't like me, okay? I cannot be that person where I'm like, I'm happy all the time, yay. That's not my character. I do cry, I feel bad, I get mad. Sometimes things really bother me. So I like to keep it real here. You know what I mean? Because I want to show a sense of relatability, right? I don't want to, be that type of person and be fake. I'm not the fake type. No, that's just not me. I will say, for those of you who have been with me, you have known me as just Teacher Dara. Over time, I had to feel comfortable showing all of me, not just the teacher, And so yes, teaching is a big part of my life. It is my passion. I love helping people. That's my honesty to you. I care about people genuinely, and I love all people. I don't care what nationality you are, what culture, what sexual orientation. All are welcome here at Applied ESL. All are welcome. Okay, so the whole prejudice and stereotyping and racism, I'm not about that. Politics, I'm not about that. I've always said that here on this platform. So we can all agree to disagree, but for Dara K. Fulton, okay, Teacher Dara, all are welcome, okay? But I've decided, it's time to show the world who I am, all aspects of me. The artist, because I do create, right? The writer, I am an author. The teacher, the motivational speaker, all of that. That's just who I am. So that's pretty much that. The good news I want to share is, first and foremost, thank you for your support of the very happy news. All of my books have been published already, but several of them have now been published in other bookstores here locally, as well as nationally here in the United States, and of course overseas. And so I'm very proud of that, because when I tell you, ladies and gentlemen, okay, it all started with book number 1. And this is my personal story. I always tell people, if you really want to get to know more about me, how I am as a person, this is the starting point. It took 4 years for me to write this book, because there are parts of it that's very personal. That was very hard to write, to be honest. But I believe with confidence that anyone who has read this book, they now have a better sense of who I am and why I am the person I am today. So this is my baby, my firstborn, and I'm just so proud. I do want to share something. It's a bit personal, but I think it's relatable, okay? It's really hard being a business owner. Can I be honest? If you're a business owner, let me know if I'm wrong. But it's really hard being a business owner. One of the reasons is because there are a lot of expectations, and you have your own expectations. And a lot of times people focus only on the money. The money is only part of it. Yes, we want to make money in our business. Absolutely. But it's kind of a weird science. It's like, be a business owner, make money, and then you create a product or a service. In my case, I have both product and I have service. I have both. Okay, so I do one-to-one tutoring, I offer classes, I do coaching calls, and then of course there are the books. Okay, so everyone's like, hey, she has a business, she has something to offer, right? And then when you offer it and there's a price attached, everyone runs away. And that always confuses us small business owners, because we say, well, you do know in business you have to pay to get something you want. But for some reason, I don't know, maybe someone can explain this to me. It's like, it's all these stories and confusion and I don't knows and maybes. But when the iPhone comes out, which by the way is more expensive than what I'm on, everyone rushes to buy an $1,800 iPhone. And no one goes to Apple and says, hey Apple, I want the phone but I can't afford it, but I want you to give it to me. So why is it the big companies, the most expensive things people are willing to sacrifice and pay for, and then when it comes to small businesses like mine, and trust me, I don't have anything I'm offering that costs $1,000. Let me just say that. I have not one product at all. So sorry for the background noise. That costs $1,000. But there's all this, I don't know, I'm not sure, maybe. I know I'm not famous, because sometimes if you're famous that helps. And I'm not a corporation. I'm the only person up on business. Everything you see here comes from me. Every book that I showed you, I wrote by myself. It took months. It took a long time. Not just to put it together, but to edit it. All the pictures I took myself. All the edits, everything you see, video, books, whatever it is, it's all me. So it's not easy to do everything by yourself. And then you say, here, I have something for you. And everyone's like, yay! Until they realize, oh, I have to pay? And in my head, I'm like, well, yes, because I'm a business, right? And you don't want to come across rude or sarcastic. But it just doesn't make sense to me that when it comes to other things that people want to buy, there are not all these questions. But when it comes to smaller businesses, there are a lot of, I'm not sure. You see? So I just wanted to just point that out. And it's a struggle. It really is. Because, again, no one has to do anything. I know that. You don't have to care what I say. You don't have to care what I'm offering. You don't have to care about anything. That's true. Absolutely true. But sometimes, and I'm speaking for me as well, sometimes when you want to support someone or someone's business, it's not just about paying money for it. It's about showing that support. Am I making sense? Because it's the support that matters. Sometimes it's not always about the dollar bill or whatever currency we're talking about. It's about supporting the individual, because support really does go a long way. And no one knows what it takes for all of us small business, especially if you're a solopreneur, which means it's just you. No one really knows what that's like. It's not easy. We may make it look easy. Yes, you have the benefit of watching us do what we do. But when the cameras are off, we may not look this fabulous, darling. Okay? But it's a lot of work. The reason why my back has the issues it have is because I'm constantly sitting at a desk with my laptop, writing and creating. It's really back-breaking work. I'm not going to lie. It's hard work. And one thing about me as Teacher Dara, I'm not the type of person, I don't believe in begging. I'm never going to say, please, please buy from me. I will never do that. No, 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 no. No, ma'am, no, sir. And I'm not going to be mad and angry and have an attitude, because why lose more hair than I need to? Okay? But I will say this. I chose to be a business owner, not to be rich. I chose to be a business owner because I got tired of not being able to help people at a greater scale, right? Because I'm working under someone. I want to do my own thing, and I already have the skills and the knowledge and the experience now to do my own thing. And so I wanted to start my own business for this reason, so I can do my own thing and still make a difference. And I do believe wholeheartedly that God will allow me to do that. It's just taking a long time, I'm not going to lie, but there are some wins in this. So I say all that to say, ladies and gentlemen, that when you see people like me and others who are on this entrepreneur journey, please know it's not easy. It takes a lot of hard work. It's stressful. It's painful. When you have health issues, it adds to that. And sometimes we do feel discouraged. I know I do. And sometimes you feel like, what's the point? Is anyone listening to me? Does anyone care? But the one thing I have done that I'm most proud of, well, two things, is I've been teaching for 18 years. And there are a lot of people who can come forward and say, yeah, Teacher Dora is a good teacher. So I know I've made a difference, And my books, I would say, is my second biggest accomplishment, because I can't have children. Yes, I have no problem saying this publicly. I cannot have children. Biologically, I can't. So my books are my babies. There will be no little Dora, okay? But there will always be Dora's books out there. Whoops, let me take out the first one. There we go. So I can't have human babies, but I had book babies. And I know that even when the time comes where I'm no longer here, at least my books will live on. And someone out there will be able to benefit from learning from me, whether I'm alive or no longer. And so that right there gives me hope. I'm like, you know what? Okay. It's going to be okay. All is well. Love you all so much, and I really mean that, okay? Love you all so very much. And as I always say, always try your best, because when you try your best, you certainly will do your best. I will keep you updated with my health. In the meantime, if you want to support me and support my very small business, because my business is very small, okay, please check out the links in my bio. There's something for everyone. I'm offering free worksheets. I have 2 sales going on. I have merchandise. I have t-shirts and tote bags and notebooks and books and all kinds of stuff. So, and everything's affordable, okay? Everything is affordable. So please check that out. Love you all so much, and I will see you in the next video.